this is my review of Happy Sugar Life. Okay, so the episode starts off with Shio and Satou eating breakfast, and Satou is becoming aware that something is up with Shio, and that Shio is going through some stuff, and isn't able to go into it further because she has to go to work, and laments that she's unable to help Shio at this time. But while she's getting ready to get changed for work, and after a brief talk with one of her co-workers, a girl, she seems to be a minor character because she is only mentioned by name like once in this entire episode, but the girl tells her that Shoko isn't able to come in today because she's going to visit Taiyo, which I will get to in a minute because it is shown how that trip to his house played out, and that it's just going to be the two of them, and Satou kind of points out that she's been going through some stuff, then decides to just get ready to go for work, get ready for work, and she starts to get dressed, but then notices that somebody went through her stuff, and it's revealed later who that was, but for right now it remains a mystery. And then she goes about her shift and gets ready to go home, at which point her coworker reveals that she wants to be exactly like Satou because she believes that Satou is like a perfect role model, which she isn't. We know for a fact that she isn't at this point because she's either murdered or maimed various people for the sake of protecting Shio and for the sake of what she believes to be love. So she's kind of crazy. So we know she's not the best role model. And it's also in this moment Satou realizes that this girl was actually the one who went through her stuff. At which point the girl reveals that she loves Satou so much that she wants to physically try to become her, and that doesn't sit well with Satou. And in order to get her to stop talking and rambling about her love, Satou actually forcibly kisses her, then lies to her face and tells her that she can only truly love her if she stops trying to be her. If she starts trying to be herself and stop trying to be like Satou. And this causes the girl to break down into crying, believing that she's unworthy of Satou's love. But Satou assures her that she's fine and that she shouldn't worry about what she thinks of herself and rather what other people think of her. Which is a touching message to end on, but then Satou ruins it by telling her not to ever try to go through her personal stuff again, and is very adamantly crazy in this scene. And the girl agrees that she'll never try to learn more about Satou's personal life. And Satou begins to struggle with the fact that she told a lie to a coworker, and begins to go into her crazy face mode, and immediately rushes home to try and get some love from Shio so that she can feel better, only to discover that Shio is in the middle of one of her emotional breakdowns and tries to comfort her, only for Shio to reveal that she lied to Satou and that she did indeed talk to somebody that night, but doesn't state who. We know it's Taiyo, but Shio never actually elaborates on who she talked to. Mainly because, and Satou realizing that she needs to come clean to some extent with Shio, but is having a hard time forming the words, and is afraid that Shio will abandon her if she tells the full truth, decides to tell her a truth, that she lied to a coworker and told the coworker that she loved them, when in fact Satou only has eyes for Shio. And Shio forgives her, at least for that, and they go on their merry way. Meanwhile, Shoko has arrived at Taiyo's house and is waiting for him to come out of the bathroom when she accidentally falls into his room by leaning up against the door, and discovers all of the posters that he has littered around the walls and on the ground with Shio on them. And Taiyo confronts her, but is surprisingly understanding and doesn't really care if Shoko knows, and only really puts up a fuss when Shoko accidentally steps on one of the posters and he freaks out. and she witnesses one of his psychotic breaks firsthand. At which point she tries to excuse herself, but then Taiyo confronts her as she's on her way out the door, and points out that he saw Sato leave with Shio the other day, and tells his suspicions that Sato kidnapped Shio, and while he's under the delusion that Sato just wants to keep Shio to herself, which she does, Shoko immediately dismisses it, calls him crazy, and then runs out the room and out onto the street, only to find another wanted poster of Shio that's just on one of the posts. So she's kind of starting to realize that maybe Sato is doing something wrong, and presumably is going to confront her about at some point. We don't know, but I don't know at this stage because I've never seen or heard of this series, so I have no idea what's going to happen next. But it's clear that Shoko is eventually going to confront Sato about this. So yeah. This episode kind of ends on a note of somebody else becoming aware of Sato's possible motives and intentions, and while also Sato and Shio kind of reconciling their relationship, quote unquote, by pointing out that they each told a lie and are becoming more aware because of it. And also, Sato doesn't realize that murder's wrong. That's the ending that the episode lands on. Sato thinks that lying is wrong, but murder isn't. So, yay. That's the end of the episode. It's so cheery. This anime is so cheery, isn't it? I don't know. But anyway, this episode. That's it. That's the end of my analysis. Just this episode. So, yeah. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen this episode of Happy Sugar Life and my subsequent review of it, then what did you guys think? Let's get a discussion on the comments section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below to keep up to date with what's going on over there with the channel. I also post memes and stuff like that I find, so be sure to check those out in the description below as well. And if you guys want to help support the show, then be sure to check out my Patreon. It's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out, and you guys get access to a bunch of perks that give you benefits. Depending on what tier you'll get, you'll maybe get a listing on my website. That's the basic one, but then there's also a bunch of various things after that. So depending on what benefits you want, then go check those out in the description, or on the end screen. They're linked either or. So be sure to check those. So be sure to check it out either in the description or the end screen. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!